another. Testing, testing, testing. So why you got places to go? Ah, okay. Ow. That's your fault. You should have got up there. That's your fault, kid. All right. Getting ready to go live. Well, we're live now, but they can't see it. You want to turn the light on? You think we need it? Think we need the light? I think so. It's bright in here, right? Let's see. Never be too bright, right? Do 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 do. All right. So, no, not yet. We're not live yet. We just got to frame ourselves. I like this. I like exactly where this is. It's good. Let me get yours. Turn on. Scoot over. I can't see. Hey, little cutie involved in here. Really not that big a deal. All right, come on, children. Thank you. I moved it over a little too quick. All right, let's get started, John. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Of course she is. Grab Allie. You can use the green one. No, it's okay. Last thing. All right, let's get started. There we go. All right. What's up, everybody? What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to our live yoga class this morning. Just trying to make sure our framing looks good. Let me see. Got the kitties. Boom. All right. Alexa, volume 5. So our class this morning is meant for you to relax, to chill, to take some time for yourself. So just kind of find yourself on your mat, not really trying to do anything in particular, just sitting there, and we'll get into class. So I have the lovely, I'm going to hit you, Lennox, speak up so I can hear you. Lennox here and Allison, they're going to help me relax as best as possible. The thing I like about doing these types of classes with kids is that you kind of have to let yourself go. Like we always like to think that our relaxation is just either impossible to get to or is something that we can't do in the space with kids. And that's difficult. I'll give you that. It is difficult to figure out how to relax. So you got somebody running around or somebody crawling around or grabbing your stuff. But try your best to, I think, make most of this process something that's opening up yourself to relaxing. If that makes sense. Like a lot of times we think we need to close off and close down. It's like close off and kind of shut down in order for this to happen, in order to feel like we've gotten some peace or some control over the space around us. And what I found in practices like these, especially with little kids or in spaces where you're not doing too much, it's so much more about not trying to control the situation and allowing for the relaxation to kind of flood in than it is about like trying to like, I need complete peace and silence. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to control it by adding more action. So in this particular practice, let's just flop around. Like imagine that you're just playing around on your mat, right? Try not to make it so much about am I doing this right or wrong. Like it's Sunday morning, nobody really cares. You're just laying on your mat trying to find some room for yourself, right? And so we'll start by opening up the spine. We'll go into a few poses, not too many at all, nothing like yesterday, but just a few poses that might open up your major extremities, your arms and your legs. I'll give you some deep twists and then let you go about your day. And so, yeah, please give me feedback on these videos. Me and the kids love watching them and doing them, so we're happy to do more of them. Just dancing, huh? Just please help us, guide us with what you're looking for, and we'll be sure to give you that content. So let's begin. Come on, Lennox. We're going to start off this practice actually laying down flat on the back. So I'll instruct you as I kind of watch your sister. Start laying in your Shavasana. So you can lay down flat on your back with your heels slightly apart, right? So we're not stiff. And I actually give Lennox an adjustment. You can feel free to give to your kids if you'd like. So I'm going to step here. I'm going to grab his legs, and I'm going to move the feet back and forth, right? This is allowing his hips to fall. Of course, I'm doing it quicker because he's a kid. If there's an adult or not adult, if there's an older adult you're doing this with, slow it down. But just to kind of get him to loosen up, I'm going to go left and right, and I'm going to push forward and push back. You can do this with your partner if you'd like. This will cause their hips to relax. Take your hands out of your pockets. And then I'm going to spread the legs just a little bit and lay his feet down. Let the toes flop out. Boom. I'm going to come to the behind his head. And you can do this yourself. Maybe reach over with your left arm. Or if you have somebody to help you, maybe lift their shoulder up. And then bring their arm out. Palms face up. Same thing with the right side. I'm going to open up, get some space in that shoulder. You just relax. Just be like dead, corpse pose. And then I'm going to come and bring his hands here. Then finally, I'm going to grab his head, kind of get his neck, not pull too hard, but move him a little bit, and then finally place his head down. So now, in Shavasana or corpse pose, try not to move too much. The idea is to try and find stillness as best as possible. And when I say find, I say that with purpose, right? We're not just born, yikes, we're not just born still or born not like we're normally born restless, right? As you can see. So in finding that peace, right, we're going to do it with purpose, right? Which is why you can kind of do it with a bunch of kids around you. Let's look up at the ceiling, wherever you are. Let your eyes rest on one spot and let the mouth open. We're going to take a deep breath in through your nose and a full breath out of your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose, full breath out of your mouth. Take 5 more like that, counting backwards from 5. 5. Yeah, 4, in the nose and out of the mouth. 3, in your nose and out of your mouth. 4, in your nose. Oh, excuse me, I went backwards 2. And out. Last one, in the nose, out of the mouth. Good. Start to visualize your day. Just 5 more breaths. Seeing what you'd like to happen. Maybe like you're watching yourself on the computer screen and everything's going in fast motion. See what you can visualize. What can you imagine happening today? How do you see your day playing out? Over the next 4 breaths. 4. Palms facing up, just kind of settling into your mat, getting a little deeper into this space. At 3. Letting yourself feel heavy. At 2. And an audible exhale, a nice full on your last breath. And we'll move, I promise. But we're starting this practice grounded. Taking that vision of yourself. Yeah, taking that nice, slow, low energy that you have. Let's bring the knees into the chest. Knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your knees. Not squeezing too hard. Shift to your left and to your right. Shift forward, shift back. Tuck the chin maybe. Just kind of massaging the middle of the lower back. Yep. And then we'll lay all the way over to your right side. All the way over on the right. Knees into your chest. All the way over. Like this. Just going to rest down on the right side. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Take one more deep breath in. And a full breath out. So we'll bring the left hand down and come to sitting all the way up. Let the legs cross. And we'll start working on the spine. Nice and easy opening of the spine. We'll start with a forward fold, right? So we'll lengthen through the spine so that we give it some room for our twists and back bends maybe later. Let's walk the hands forward so hands come down. And again, this is an easy Sunday morning flow, right? Meaning that you might have tendencies that are like achiever tendencies where you really want to get things done. Try and take your time. So as we walk the hands forward here, take each movement as important, right? Try not to just get to a certain point at any point in this practice. Just go as slowly as possible. Only try to get to 80% maybe, right? We're going to sit in the poses for a little bit longer. And so we'll allow for that opening to happen naturally, right? So if your hands are forward, let the elbows settle towards the mat. Let the shoulders open. Let the eyes rest on one spot. And we'll be here for a good 8 breaths. Now, the key in this practice, and it's a slower practice, is to let nature, I like to think, let nature do the work. So when I'm in this position, I want the 2 things I really can't control, time and gravity, right? I want those things to work for me. So I'm going to stay here. We got about 5 more breaths. And my focus is not going lower or doing more, adding effort. It's yielding to those 2 things. Can I keep my breath steady over time? And can I allow gravity, I guess maybe not what it's called, but can I allow that opening, that pulling, that I like to think if we were in space, we wouldn't stretch as easily, right? Maybe within our own body, but the ground is going to pull you lower. Time is going to make it. You have about 3 more breaths so that this pose becomes hard for that one muscle to hold up. Your job is to accept that you can't necessarily hold it, right? Or that it's loosening. Did you just Can you grab me some napkins? Good. Take 2 more breaths. I think Allison just spit up. And this is also the nature of your yoga practice, right? You're gonna let these things happen. They happen, right? And so you keep it moving. Let's twist. Let's bring the left hand to the right knee. You're gonna sit all the way up. I know you want to put your vomit hand in my face. It's not gonna happen. I need a wipe. Let's bring the left hand to the right knee. A little vomity. Got a little too much milk, burpee, all on my mouth. And then we'll bring the right hand behind us. So it'll look like this. And I bring them here for moments like this. This is how yoga practice goes at home, especially if you have kids, right? So don't lose it, right? Clean up, keep it pushing, right? And I'm gonna get some wipes so she's a little bit better. But left hand will come to right knee, right hand behind your hip. Inhale, sit up tall, and twist. Look over your right shoulder, right? Inhale, lift it through the chest. Look over the shoulder so that you feel this twist coming from your navel all the way up to the back of the neck. Boom. We're here for 4 breaths, slowing it down, going to about 80%. Not necessarily trying to see the space behind you if you can't quite see it. Maybe you can only look to the right a little bit or wherever. Stay in your pocket and do less. We're here for 3, 2, last breath. Good. Let's come back to that central space, and we'll do the other side. So right hand, thank you, kid. Right hand to your left knee, legs crossed. Sitting tall, right hand to left knee, and then left hand behind your back. Twist over the shoulder, left hand here, and we're going to twist, looking over your shoulder to the left. Sit tall, keep the spine lifted. You have about 5 breaths here. Again, this is the most subtle form, sweetie, most subtle form of the practice, where it's more about release. You have 3 breaths. So let the breath be your guide, right? Your breath is your movement. The breath is going to be what brings you that ability to let go. Take 1 more breath. Stay focused on your spot. Good. Let's inhale and come back to center. Last thing, we'll start with the spine right here. We'll do a little back bend. Hands come behind the back. Fingers get spread out. Root the hips and knees down. And then lift the lower rib cage and pelvis up. You're going to let the head fall back, looking behind you. And breathe into this new space that you've created, right? Breath in, breath out. While we're here, let's bring the left ear over to the left shoulder. Sitting all the way up straight. And then let's bring the right ear over to the right shoulder. Good. Let's let the head fall back. Lifting the chin. So we're relaxing the back of the neck, but lifting the chin. And let's tuck the chin and lift the back of the neck. Ears try to touch the ceiling. Chin tucked. Good. 1 more. Bring your right hand to your left side of your head. Pull right ear down. Just kind of breathing into that space. Breathing. Not just going through the action, but breathing. Kind of like solidifying that you're doing an active movement. Bring your left hand to the right side of your head. Bring the ear over to the left side. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Breath in. Breath out. Making sure we're staying focused and using our breath. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Last one. Deep breath. Breath in. And breath out. Good. Make circles. Nice big circles. Circle. Sorry. Good. My headphone came out. Good. And we'll come back. Roll over your legs. Roll all the way over. Come to knees. Come on, Allie. Wait, you got to watch. Her head will fall. Come here, Allie. We'll bring hands and knees to the ground. And we want this tabletop position. So my knees are right underneath my hips. My hands are right underneath my shoulders. I'm in a flat back tabletop position. So if your stomach naturally just sinks here, try and level out. Push the tailbone back. If you have this rounding in your back, relax a little bit. Right? Let the navel kind of come in line with the shoulders and the hips. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take what's called cat and cow movement. So as we inhale, we'll lift the chin up, shoulders down the back. As we exhale, tuck the chin around to your back. Inhale, lift, shoulders and chest up. Exhale, tuck to your chin, breathe out. Close your eyes. Don't watch my rhythm. Follow your own, right? Use your breath for the next 5. Inhale and exhale. Feeling free to make this as close to like dance as you like, right? So look over the shoulders, move left and right, move forward and back. Try and be unique on your mat, right? I know you don't have anybody else around you, which can seem liberating at times, but that might mean you don't have any ideas, right? Try to use the breath. Kind of let whatever happens happen, right? Try and move through your joints, shoulders, hips, spine, and looking for those areas that are particularly tense that you might have forgotten about, that you might be using to protect certain ideas or certain beliefs that you have. You really never really know, right? Tuck the chin, maybe move forward and back. Shake your head yes or no. Take 2 more breaths. Still trying to stay within that spinal extension, right? So the front of the body extends when you lift the chin and tailbone. The back of the body extends when you tuck the chin and look back. And then here, we'll bring our toes together, knees apart, and bring the chest down for our child's pose. Now, child's pose is a lot for you. Maybe elbows come down, or maybe you stack your fists. Maybe some of us want to keep the hips off of the feet. But the full pose will have you bring the feet down, bring the forehead on the mat, fingers forward. For 1, 2, 3. Coming back into contact with that breath and letting it educate you. Where is it? Is it slow or long or fast or short? Kind of feel the quality of your breath in this movement. Last one. Good. Inhale. Slowly come forward. We're going to keep the knees. Let's bring our knees together. Bring your hands and forearms to the mat like this. And we'll come to knees, chest, and chin. So a smaller variation of our sun salutation. Just do a few, and then I'll really lay you down. So we'll bring our knees, the feet, the chest, and the chin on the mat. And your butt's kind of sticking up in the air. You're squeezing everything in, elbows in towards the hips. And then we'll slide forward to the navel for cobra pose. So I'm going to press my belly button down. Ali, come here. I'm going to lift the chin and shoulders up. I'm trying not to squeeze the back of the neck, so maybe I'll keep my chin tucked. As I lift, hands can stay right below the ribs, or maybe hands hover a little bit. Take 4 breaths like this. 1, 2, let your eyes rest on one spot. So this movement is with purpose. You can feel more than you're looking around. Take 3. Last breath. Can you go a little higher with the chin? Good. Make a pillow with your hand. Bring your feet in the air. And you can kick your feet to the left and to the right. Just kind of windshield wiper in the legs. Maybe make circles with the legs. Trying to escape to your mama. All right, just kind of allow for yourself to move the hips and shoulders on the mat. Just kind of relax in that natural relaxed position. Let's take 1 downward dog, right? We'll just do 1. Make this our peak pose today, meaning probably the most difficult pose that we'll do. So we'll bring the toes down, come back to hands and knees, curl your toes under, and come into downward facing dog. Now, this is my down dog. My legs are straight. Yours can be knees bent. Yours can be kind of searching still. Yours can be a child's pose if you like, right? But some sort of inversion for the next 4 breaths is good. If you want to take it up, maybe you can. If you want to do less, be careful with your sister, you can, right? But maybe bend one knee, bend your right knee. Breathe into that new feeling, right? Accept it, and then switch. Bend your left knee, right heel comes down. Breathe into that new feeling. You're an explorer of feelings, right? What does this new pose feel like? What does this new action feel like? Take 3 more breaths. Good, 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 good. 2 and 1. Good. Let's bring the right foot forward, and we'll do a slight variation on what we did yesterday, but in a slow, chill way, right? To show you that you can still practice the same postures, really in the same way or similar way. Grab your sister. But you don't have to, like, it's all about your effort, right? So let's bring hands together at the center of the chest, kind of like our warrior 1. We'll inhale and reach the arms up. Now you might feel the stretch for your ribs here. That's good. Maybe you want to start to bring the knee forward, or just a slight hip stretch. Again, you don't have to go as deep as you can in this pose. That's not really where we want to be. You're just testing and kind of see where that front left hip is. You're here for 2 and 1. Instead of warrior 2, we'll bring, or extended side angle, we'll bring the right hand down inside of your right foot. Inhale, lift the left arm up. So right hand down inside of your right foot. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Good. And we're looking towards the left thumb, trying to feel that slight stretch on the inside of the right thigh. For 2, eyes up. And last one. Good. So left hand comes down. Scoot the right foot out to the right and bring your hands inside of your right foot. We're going to let gravity do the work again here, right? So if you want to slide the left knee back, you can. Maybe the hips sink. Eyes on one spot for 1, 2, come here, Allie. 3, if your knee allows, maybe you bring the knee out. Trying to keep this ankle straight so you don't kind of like flap into your ankle. Last breath. Good. And then let's let it go. Right knee comes back. We'll go back through our little vinyasa, right? Grab your sister. Knees, chest, and chin will touch the mat. Everything squeezed in. Let's slide forward, just mimicking the breath. Inhale. Fill up the lungs. Exhale back into your child's pose. If you want down dog and you're kind of used to your practice or you want to open it up, go ahead. So we'll take 5 breaths in our child's pose. Rooting there, right? Child's pose. Let your forehead and the tip of your nose touch the mat. And let's take some calming breaths. Deep breath in. HM. Again, deep breath in. HM. 2 more. Deep breath in. HM. Just giving yourself permission to release on the mat. Take 1 more. Deep breath in. And HM. And we'll move to that other side. So quick, downward dog. Heels down, hips up. Nice and easy. I didn't mean that quick. Left hip forward. Right heel is down. There you go. Drop down to your back knee. Drop down to your back. There you go. Palms together at the center of your chest and sit up. Reach the fingers towards the ceiling and point your toes back on your right foot. Good. Now let your left knee, as your arms reach up, let your knee come forward towards the top of your mat. Eyes look at one spot. Breathe for 1. Maybe reach back if you like. Just kind of play it out. 2. Exhale is very important here. As you exhale, let the hips sink. You're going to introduce yourself to new areas. That's okay. Take 1 more. No, you're not. It's not going to be over, right? You're not going to die. Left hand comes down inside of your left foot. Left hand comes down inside of your left foot. Left hand comes down inside of your left foot. Inside of your left foot. Inside of your left foot. This is me. This is a communication issue. Yeah. Left hand comes down inside of your left foot. This will be outside. That's on top of. That's behind. Inside of the left foot. And then right arm goes up towards the ceiling. So we're looking at the right hand. We don't want to do more work. So let's try and avoid this or like these weird angles. Try and do it so that your fingers feel like they're very light. Your fingers are very light, meaning you're in balance, right? You feel your hands stacked right over the shoulder. You have this balance. If it's hard to find the balance, watch my back foot. I'll kick my foot out to the left, and I can really focus on reaching at that point. Take 1 more breath. Dancing. Good. Let's come back to center, and we'll take our lizard pose. So both hands come down inside of the left foot. You can make it as deep as you want, quote unquote. So maybe right knee goes back, maybe toes go back, right? But we're here for 5. Eyes look at one spot so you can get to the business of letting go, right? So you want to see, like Allison spilled this dirt on the ground in front of us that you can't see. I'm looking at a piece of dirt, just trying to kind of look through it. It's almost as if you're trying to daydream about the space in your body letting go. You have to visualize and feel it happening so that when you get attacked in daily life, quote unquote, or things come to you, take 1 more breath. That tighten those areas. You're cognizant. You don't just react. Let's bring the left foot back. Okay. Thank you, sweetheart. You want to play with? You can play with this. Don't eat it. Okay. Good. And we'll rest in our child's pose. So knees together this time to stretch the lower back a little bit more. And we'll walk the hands forward. Forehead and nose touch the ground. But I want you to reach back and touch your shoulders. Stretching through the backs of the arms. This is great for following direction skills. If you got kids, right, just pop them in front of the videos. It's like the directions for like a good 45 minutes, right? And so that's a part of it also. If you don't understand things, or you're learning through things, you're working through things, or you're young or you're old or whoever you are, you're just practicing yoga. There's no perfection. Are you eating it? There's no perfection, right? And what you'll realize at the end of all this, take 2 more breaths, is that your design is what was perfect the whole time. You just kind of clouded up your judgment of that design. So once you can feel how open you can get and feel how relaxed you can make yourself, or feel how much energy you can bring into your life simply by breathing, you'll realize, like, wow, I was driving a Ferrari this whole time, and I thought I was driving a jalopy, right? Let's sit up. I'm going to give you a little bit of energy. So your back bend, we'll do a nice quick back bend. You're getting sleepy like the rest of us. Hips come up, and I'll let you guys go. Hands come to your hip, or bring you down, but let you go. Hands come to your hips. And I would say maybe this is our peak pose, right? It's pretty tough. It's our camel pose. Not tough, but it's the most that we're asking of your body this morning. Let's bring the hands to the hip. And I'm going to push my fingers up. You don't have to turn. I'm going to push my fingers up, right? And I'm going to push my tailbone down. So you notice how Lennox has his ribs coming forward a little bit? Let's do the opposite of that. Let's pull the navel in. Bring one hand to your lower back. Bring one hand to your belly button. Push your tailbone down. Lift your belly button up. You went the opposite way. Push your tailbone down. That's the back. Back down, front up. There you go. Good. Now, let's keep the navel in. Hands to your hips. So keep that same shape. Squeeze the belly in. Hands to your hips. Point your fingers forward like this. There you go. We'll push the hips. Press your feet flat so your legs are anchoring you down. Squeeze the elbows together. And then we'll let the chest and shoulders, head fall back. Camel pose. Breathe in here. It is an intense posture. If you feel your lower back getting really tight, push the tops of your butt down so your tailbone goes down. Navel is in. But breathe into these lungs. We'll take 4 together. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Strengthening legs in the front body. Breath out. Letting the back body relax and settle. Breath in. Breath out. Last one. And then slowly, leading with the chin in the chest, come all the way up. Do it for me. It's on camera. I ain't missed nothing. Come all the way down. Okay, let's bring the knees wide. And we'll settle back into that child's pose for our counter stretch. So forehead touches, hands can come back this time. Forehead and tip of the nose on the mat. So you can use the phone. Let's take 5 breaths. We're here for 1. Good. Stay focused on your mat. A lot of times we like to get off of our mat and focus on what other folks are doing. It's a quick reminder, the world is on your mat. Stay on your mat. We're here for 2 breaths. Last breath. Let's inhale and sit up. And we'll save some juice for later. I don't want to overdo it with you guys. Actually, we haven't been going that long. Last 2 poses, all right, before our Shavasana. So let's curl the toes under. I think you deserve it. Everybody deserves this pose at the end of a long week. It's called Pigeon pose. We're going to bring our toes down and heels up, and then just slowly bring the right knee behind the right wrist. Notice I didn't do anything crazy. I went from here, maybe even to here first, to here, knee right behind your wrist. Knees on the right side of your mat, knees not in the center of your mat, knees not over there, knees not over on his mat, knees on the right side of your mat. Drop the left knee down. So left knee's on the left side, right is on the right. Let's lean to the right on the right hand just a little bit and bring our left hand to our right foot. So left hand to this top foot. The foot can come forward if it chooses to. Maybe your foot isn't going as quickly, right? That's fine. That's mostly your hip that we're talking about. It's not really the foot. So if you like, you can bring the foot anywhere from kind of right on this inside of the right knee all the way to parallel on your mat. That range is where you're going to find your spot, right? You'll drop the back hip down and point your toes back. And instead of adding the back bend like we might normally do in Raja Kapotasana, we'll just take the forward fold. So you can come down, elbows come down, Maybe fingers together. Allison, that's dirt. Can you get your sister, please? Fingers together. Eyes are forward. Breath is steady. 6 slow breaths. Breath in through your nose. Breath out of your mouth. Breath in through your nose. Breath out of your mouth. Take 5 more. Breath in through your nose and out of your mouth. There are a few hand options you can take. If you have a block or something, you can use it. If you don't, stack your fists. Maybe rest your forehead. Maybe you come all the way down or chest them. The lower you go, the deeper it'll be. You have 3 more breaths. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Good. Let's lean over to the right and do a little. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. I got you, didn't I? I'm sorry. It wasn't on purpose. We're going to lean over to the right. Let's bring the left foot around. Come here. You want to sit with me? So we'll bring our left foot inside of the right knee. If you're feeling really open today, the left foot can go over the right knee. Up to you, right? But we just want to add a slight twist in so we feel it in our hip. Left hand comes behind our back, just like we started practice. And then you can hug the right leg, or as my advanced student will show us, right elbow outside of the left knee. Just sit as tall as you can. And now that you're in this odd shape, just kind of let the shape be odd. Look over left shoulder. Settle. We're here for 1. Da. Hey, sweetie. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Good. We'll come back to center. Take a seat, sweetie. And we'll actually transition this opposite way. The opposite way that we came in. So let's bring the left knee or left leg to the front of the mat, right? And this might be not the best way to transition, but let's try it today. Let's see, right? In the spirit of newness, let's bring the right leg out, and we're just gonna do the left side. So try and straighten the right leg, reaching the right leg back, right? Trying to square the hips, and find your pigeon pose here. I would say look back at your knee. You placed it in a way that wasn't as controlled, so it might not be in the right place, right? Maybe look back and make sure that it's lined up. It's even. You're not leaning off to the left. You're not overdoing the right side. And then we can walk the hands forward. Find your rest. Elbows maybe down, maybe forehead on the mat. We're here for 5. Just kind of settling. 5, 8 breaths. Eyes look at one spot, and again, imagine this feeling, that you get when you're just dazed. You're just looking through space. 7. Ali, come in. 6. And what you'll find is that this seeking process over a period of time will be your reaction to uncomfortable situations. You're training your body to feel discomfort. Feels like you can feel it. I can feel it right there. And your reaction will be to zone in, to go in, to think. 4. That's my goal with kheperawelless, is to give black people in general, but black people especially, the ability to have stillness in the middle of it all and think. We're here for 2 more breaths. Last breath. Good. Let's lean over to the left. That's the beauty of it. Once you know how to fish or think or whatever, you'll find and do amazing things. A lot of us don't realize that we're living in a boat. Right? Like, your body is amazing. You could do all of this stuff. Come and sitting up. Let's bring the right foot inside of the left knee, maybe outside if you're feeling good. And as we sit up, let's bring our right hand behind us, left hand maybe to the knee, hugging the knee. Maybe it's in front of you, twisting you. Maybe left elbow outside of your right knee, twist and look. We're just here for 5. Nice, easy twist. Not easy twist, but light twist. 4. He's trying to be a DJ. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. We'll come back to center. Exhale. Bottoms of the feet come together, and we'll do it long. So scoot the hips back. Walk your hands forward, and let your head and chest fall. We've done a lot in the lower back. You might be able to feel a big old lower back opening. Let the breath be heavy and full. Breath into your nose and out of your mouth. 2 more like that. Breath in through your nose, out of the mouth. Take 1 more just like that. Breath in through your nose and out of the mouth. Good. Let's slowly sit up. I'm going to give you a light meditation before your Shavasana, which I'll kind of let you take on your own. And this meditation is meant to be something practical, something you can use in your everyday life. The one that we're focusing on this week is counting, a counting meditation. So I'll show you how to do that. Alexa, off. So we'll stack shoulders over the hips. Stay focused, kid. I know it's great out there. Look at you looking out the window, daydreaming, right? You got to show them the way. Sit up tall. Shoulders over your hips. Ears over your shoulders. Let's bring one hand to the lap and one hand on top of it. Come here, Allie. We're going to look at one spot in front of us. Maybe a spot on our mat. Maybe a spot in front of our mat. Maybe, using the body, we look at the tip of the nose. And we're going to start by listening to the sounds around us. So the baby laughing, the person across the street cutting their grass, the air conditioner, me yelling at Allison, whatever it is. I want you to, with the eyes open for the next 5 breaths, try and hear the smallest sound that you could possibly hear in the room. Let's begin. 1, 2. If your eyes look away from your spot, that's all right. Look back. Keep listening. 3. 4. Last breath. 5. Now keeping your eyes where they are, you've started to find a rhythm of your breath. Eyes stay steady. Come back to your rhythm of breath. Just feeling how it naturally comes in the nose and out. Notice how the monkey mind, or the mind that wants to jump around and look all over the place and gets distracted, right? This is what we're doing. We're just showing ourselves how it gets distracted and reminding ourselves to focus back on our spot when we feel that distraction. So in the next 4 breaths, notice whether you feel a thought or a feeling that distracts you from sitting still and looking at your spot. When you notice that thing, acknowledge it, thought, feeling, and go back to the mechanics of just sitting and breathing. For 3. 2. Steady breath, last one. Stay focused. Good. Sit up. There you go. Good. Now, counting. We're going to take a deep breath in. That's 1. Full breath out is 2. Deep breath in, that's 3. Full breath out, that's 4. Deep breath in, that's 5. Feeling the body starting to settle. Deep breath out, that's 6. Deep breath in, that's 7. Deep breath out, that's 8. Deep breath in, that's 9. Full breath out, that's 10. Good. Let's inhale, sit up. I think Alice is over it. And I think Lennox has done an excellent job. Thank you very much, sir. Let's show them how to get back into that shavasana we started with. So come to laying down flat on your back. You're going to bring the feet hip distance apart and the palms facing up. And with the eyes open and the mouth open, take a deep breath in through your nose and a full breath out of your mouth. In Shavasana, you're allowing for yourself to settle into this space and just, again, observe that design, your created perfect body that you didn't even ask for. It was just given to you, right? You're here to just observe that space as it is. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to laugh, laugh. If you want to get up in 5 minutes or 5 seconds, it's up to you. Just observe your body and where you're at. Thank you for practicing with me this morning. I hope to see you in class soon after this pandemic. I'll be doing these all the time. Like, this has become my favorite place to teach in a matter of 4 days. So please look out for more classes. Please comment, like, and subscribe to our channel. And, yeah, thank you for practicing with me and my family. Please share with your friends and continue to spread the love. Andrew. Come here, Andrew. Enjoy your Shavasana. Enjoy your practice. Love you guys. Jimmy. Peace.